morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
We will hear your voice this morning. Well, I pray that everyone is excited as they were yesterday. Now, yesterday, you guys blew me out of the water. I couldn't even hear anyone. But it's so wonderful just to know you have excitement. I pray that excitement is continuing. So come on, family. Welcome to the Team Effort Lifestyle Call this morning, where we are excited and we are continuing to go forth and get this done. So let's do it, family. Come on, let me know you're in the house.
Good morning, Nia from San Ramon, California.
All right, Maryland is in the house. California is in the house. Who else is in the house?
DC is in the house.
DC is in the house. Amen. Who else?
John Joseph Henryville, California.
Okay, I heard. Was it Pennsylvania? Maryland, Pennsylvania, California. Don Joseph, I hear you out there. Excited. I know, right?
Wendy Lopez from Sacramento.
All right, Wendy, good morning. Good to have you with us from Sacramento. Wow, family. Come on, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Michael McLean from Brookville, Maryland.
All right, Michael in the house again. Good morning, Michael. All right, Sheila. I missed you last night, darling. Good to hear your voice. Amen. I know, right?
Jake, I told Tashika her and Sierra when it came to blows. Yeah.
Sierra, you're breaking up just a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it rolling. Good morning. Good morning. All right, family. I have a lot of background. If you could put your phones on mute, I would appreciate it. Hello, family.
Marsha
Paul Jackson from Heights, Maryland.
There he is. There he is. Good morning, Paul Jackson. I missed your face last night. How are you doing?
I'm recovering nicely. Thank you.
Yes, amen. In the name of Jesus. Yes, the prayers are going forth. You are a healed man.
I'm receiving.
Yes.
I'm receiving.
Yes, yes. And good morning, Frida. I know you're there in the background. All right, family. Are you finished? Is there anyone else out there? All right, we're going to go ahead and mute out.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Family, it's just such a wonderful. It is. The sun is not shining, but you know what? It is shining inside of me. And even as I've taken my D3 this morning, it's even shining more inside of me. It's so wonderful to hear you all out there this morning. Still excited. Don't let it die down. Don't let the flame go out, because we're just now beginning to get more excited than we've ever been before for what is going on with Team Effort International Lifestyle. Well, listen, last night was our first time back at a TTT party, and I tell you, it was so exciting as we seen Miss Tierra in L.A. and Maureen. We were blown away. You know, it is so wonderful to come back home and to see that what you have kind of raised, or Pastor Wafer had, as Pastor Denise and Pastor Wafer have been training, that it has not been in vain. We were so proud to see the students implement everything that they have been trained. So that was just magnificent. And it was just so wonderful to hug everyone's neck last night. Thank you so much once again for your prayers. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to welcome my honey back to the call, Miss Pastor Wafer, Dr. Wafer, 2-star founding member, Dr. Whitener, back to the call this morning. Honey, you want to come on in?
Thanks, babe. Appreciate it. Great opening. Thanks, everybody, for all of that excitement on the call. We're in our final day for this week, Friday, going into the weekend. The weekend is always a great opportunity to share this great company, share the product, share your excitement, and get people back out on a call on Monday. So we're really excited about that. And, we got a wonderful, testimony of the day coming up. But before we do that, I want to bring in my co-host for the day. As you guys know, my 2-star founding partner, Pastor Denise McDowell, is away in training this week. So we've been holding it down for her, but she'll be back bright and ready on Monday. It was great seeing her for the first time in a month yesterday. So we gave each other a big hug, long hug. We hadn't seen each other so long, even though we had talked on the phone just about every day. But again, it was great being back to our first TTP and seeing LA and Tierra just really go through their presentation was awesome. It was just great being able to sit in the audience and watch these guys do this presentation. It was just tremendous. So that's great. But I'm going to bring on my co-host today, Mr. Paul Jackson. Are you with us, sir?
Yes, sir, Pastor Dale. It's my distinct privilege and honor to be on this call with you this morning and Lady Di. Let me say for myself, as well as a lot of those in our 10th family, we missed you. We love you. And we are so thankful to God that he allowed us to receive you back. And we're asking that you moderate your return. That's not to do too much, that you will be for the long haul, and we can continue to move towards realizing the aspiration of creating this 50 million that Mel has focused on for our 10 family and our team. So welcome back. And when you alluded to Tierra, my niece, and LA distinguishing themselves in the presentation that allowed you and Pastor Denise to take a seat back, that's indicative of the seeds that you've sown and the association that has brought about the assimilation where they've evolved and they've stepped into leadership. And that duplication process is very evident. So we thank you for that, as well as Pastor Denise, and allowing them to take the forefront and allow you to step back and take a deep breath now and then. So we celebrate that.
Well, I tell you, it was a great joy seeing them at work. Tierra, as you can know, is amazing. I enjoyed watching her all the time because she has the energy, she has the background, and she has the knowledge of this. And so she has her own personal story as well. And all of that comes out in the presentation. Same with LA. LA's been with us, one of the founding members of the company as well. And he has the background, he has experience, and he's also really has evolved into a great presenter. So we're really excited about the duplication process, and there's many others who can now do presentation, to do all kinds of things, and that's all part of the duplication process. And Miss Maureen Murphy-Smith, I was so blown away. Before I went out, we couldn't even get her to come up and say hello to everybody. She was just in a shell and so afraid, to do anything. And I got there last night, and my goodness, man, she had the floor. I was like, my gosh, she is out of the shell. And you told me, Paul, she has been working really, really diligently, really, really hard. I really think when week 14 comes out, I really believe she's so close to being 2-star as a result of just how hard she's worked. I know she's 1-star, but I think she may have the numbers to be 2-star. So I'm really excited just to see how confident, how courageous, and how bold she is now, and she just really took the floor like she had been doing this for a long time, and so I'm really, really proud to see the development and the evolution of our leaders that's coming up, because, whether you're in Kentucky or Ohio or California, wherever you are, when you have great leaders downloading in other potential new leaders, and those leaders become confident in what, they have and what they're doing, I'm telling you, you are having and creating a duplicatable model that can be passed on generation to generation. So you're absolutely right, the importance of duplication. But Paul, a couple of nights ago, we had a fantastic call with our CEO, and he really just changed the game when it came to our compensation plan. He's on a full court press to further the momentum of the THW and the $50 million project. It's really, really powerful to see the excitement in Nell Gill, the excitement in Amy Gill and Dad Gill of what's taking place. They got their eyes on the prize. They're focused, to get this thing done. They're giving us the resources and tools to get it done. We have just began to see all the resources and the help that's coming to help us with this new product that we have. Just talk a little bit about your excitement about what you heard and, why you think that this is a game changer for us.
Okay, well, I appreciate you asking me that question, and I very much want to speak to that because it was so impacting and so game-changing. But before I delve into that, I want to give proper acknowledgement to a few people who held it down in your absence. I would like to acknowledge and commend those in our 10 family who really, really held it down in Pastor Dale's absence. And first, I want to acknowledge Atisha Milford. I refer to her now as Miss Morning because she's up early in the AM making things happen. And also, I would be remiss if I did not include that early morning commitment, which reached out to 008 Nikisha Hollywood Bond. The British have 007, we have 008. She's not undercover. She's up front and personal with the training that allows us to get a checkup from the neck up on Mondays. She brings a lot to enhancing our business. And Dwight and Denise Moore and the explosion that's taking place in Ohio, as evidenced by the collaboration with One Star and Two Car, Vicky Soto. And on the West Coast, my brother, Pastor Don Joseph, Lord Gibson, and Renetta Hall and their team with Mr. T and what he impacts us in the Midwest on his Show Me the Money call. And also my niece, Kiera, Maureen, my sister, Sheila, and L.A. Anderson. They've been remarkable in the effort that they've made in exposing this business, the presentations, the product exposure. All that has been very impacting in your absence, Pastor Dale. And Kevin, the son Bond, where would we be without the sun that energizes us? And lastly, but not least, my brother from another mother, soon to be One Star, Mr. Robert Smith and his wife, Yolanda Smith. We are in exciting and exhilarating times right now, which has been created and has brought about energy and synergy with explosive volume and growth for 10. Respectful acknowledgments to the vision and commitment of our co-founders, Mel and Amy Gill, and corporate director Robert Hickens, who have blown the roof off this opportunity of a lifetime and brought about historic times in 10. Mel is taking this company to 50 million in 18 months. His genius is that he has brought about recognition and financial reward that would catapult and create synergy and growth to bring about big momentum. I always speak about big momentum because people need to understand that companies go through stages. First being formulation, then concentration, then big momentum. Big momentum is when wealth is created for all those who precede the masses, and wealth is imminent. If I could, I would really want to emphasize that in his remarkable vision and commitment, he put recognition up front, where he rewarded the people on the internet marketing side, not so much those who would benefit the company benefit. People need to understand that in my experience in other companies, there was always the emphasis on producing a dividend for shareholders of a company. And the focus and the bottom line was geared toward driving a profit to the company and shareholders. But this company distinguishes itself in that Mel understands that the people who make it happen are the focus. And that's where so many had dropped the ball. And recently, he's continued to blow us away, because every time we think we know Mel is going to do something, he exceeds our expectations. He's come up with financial enhancements that have brought about highly lucrative benefits as far as those who are participating in this company and those who are moving forward to expand our brand. Pastor Dale always shared with me, and I never forget, because he was the one who exposed my consciousness to taking an eye off the individual gratification and focus on the larger gratification of extending and expanding our brand. If our brand wins, we all win with him. And Mel has brought that about through his financial enhancements, as well as his recognition factor and the financial reward that provides for a highly lucrative benefit. And we are so jazzed and so turned on, it's hard to even maintain the calls. I've been on Mr. T's call. Nikisha, our coach Bond, she has had difficulty in maintaining her demeanor, because we are so elated and so caught up with what we're anticipating that's going to bring about the manifestation of game-changing events when it comes to 10 and the lifestyles that's going to be created and the life that's going to be lived by those who realize and benefit during these economic times. So he really blew me away. He blew a lot of people away. Even in imparting that to us, it was hard for him because he was so excited in communicating these changes. I mean, he was turned on. He was excited to the highest. And it speaks to who we have at the forefront, you know, the leadership that we have, the heart of the company. And we talk about our 10 family, and that is big in itself. And you have to be excited for Maureen because a metamorphosis has come about. There's been an epiphany for her. She has evolved. And it's just remarkable. It's exciting. But she, as well as a lot of others, have evolved. And we celebrate that. And if I could say this before I turn it back to you, Pastor Dale, in your absence, we celebrate the growth. We celebrate the leadership that has come about from what the seeds that you've sown, from all that you did in your travels and going out, sharing this, not only locally, but nationally, you know, and the response that's come about from that, the growth that's come about from that, and how it's raised our brand. And when you were down, we carried the ball. And for you to be two-star in your absence of over a month, it speaks to how remarkable this company is. Back to you, Pastor Dale.
Well, I tell you, you know, and that's an awesome presentation when you talk about, you know, the excitement that Mel had. It was just, he was so excited. It was hard keeping up with him. You know, he was rolling this stuff off so fast, you know. But let's just go through this real quick before we bring on our testimony today. Because even last night when we were at our TTP, there were still some people who hadn't heard of the new changes. So let's just go ahead and put it on record today. So as they hear this call, if they're not on the call, they'll know what these new changes are. And if you check your email today, these changes came out today as well. But the One Star Club, okay? And you remember, these are the changes that are for our Executive Star Club. So here in the one-star category, previously you had to make $2,000 in one check in 1 week in order to be a one-star. Okay? Well, that has now changed. It has been lowered by half. You have now only have to achieve $1,000 in 1 week in commission in order to become a one-star. And when you achieve $1,000 and become a one-star, it also is going to give you an opportunity to receive an exclusive Tiffany & Company 10 custom engraved key ring. Now, I said a lapel yesterday, and I got that wrong, so I want to stand corrected on that. So you're going to get the Tiffany & Company engraved key ring. All right, nice box with this Tiffany engraved key ring. That's a one-star. Two-star. Previously, 2-star, you had to have $5,000 in 1 week. Now, it has been lowered. The benchmark is now only $2,000 in 1 week. Okay? And so at $2,000, you become a 2-star. And with that, there's a trip available as well. You get an exclusive 10 Disneyland, if you're on the West Coast, or Disney World Vacation Award trip, if you're on the East Coast, okay? 3-night hotel, and I believe these tickets are for a family of 4. So you get 3-night hotel and air travel, plus 2-day park hopper. So you get two-day access. So that's powerful, okay? So this gives you the opportunity to get into the club, guys. Get into the 1-star, 2-star, 5-star club. Now, the next category is our 5-star club. Our 5-star club used to be $10,000 in 1 week. Well, now it's only $5,000 in 1 week in commission. And then it gives you the opportunity to have the trip, a 5-day trip at a 5-star hotel, okay? The world-famous Ritz-Carlton Laguna Niguel. This is an amazing property. Let me tell you, I've been there. It is an amazing property, okay? 4 nights, 5 days, an amazing 5-star resort. It is an award-winning resort. It is going to be really, really an opportunity to just relax and enjoy your stay. The Ritz-Carlton at Laguna Niguel does it, and it does it well. Our 10-star club previously was $25,000 in 1 week. Well, that has been reduced to $10,000 in 1 week commission. You join the 10-star club, okay? And recognition, you get a 10-star, 10 Disney cruise. On board the brand new Disney cruise ship, considered to be the most prestigious family cruise on the sea, a very special and very exciting time to create memories, the cruise experience and vacation you'll never forget. That is our 10-star trip. So to make this easy for you, say, well, how do I remember what my weekly commission would have to be to be in this club? Just remember, if you're 1-star, 1,000, 2-star, 2,000, 5-star, 5,000, 10-star, 10,000. Just makes it really easy to remember. And then our new and added, improved category is our double platinum 10-star. Double platinum 10-star achieve $25,000 in earning in any one commission period and be awarded the $25,000 double platinum 10-star executive. And you get special recognition company that you receive, plus the double platinum bonus. Receive $25,000 bonus over and above your $25,000 qualifying commission check. So for a total of $50,000. I tell you guys, it would have been great if Mel would have just reduced the amount of money that you had to make in 1 week to become a new club member. But they've added trips to go along with it. They're giving away money. You guys got to see that this is an investment in us. It's an investment in the field. It's a motivation for the field to be able to go out and do what we do. So I hope you're motivated by these new changes, because I am truly motivated by them. Anytime Mel and Amy puts more money on the table, I'm taking it. Okay, I'm not leaving any money on the table. So we're really excited about this, and we're going to now just bring in our testimony. Now, this young lady, she's been in the business. You guys heard on the call before, but, she did something for the first time that really just, blessed me and blessed her. And she just said, I just never knew how exciting it would be to do this. And it's going to be an inspiration for some of you all that says, I don't know how to do this and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do next. It's going to bless you to just hear her story and hear, how you just go about building this business and doing this business. So I'm going to reach out here in the Maryland market and find out if Miss Linda McLean is on the call with me. Linda, are you on the call?
Good morning, Pastor Dale. Yes, I am. How are you today?
Good. Hey, Linda, how are you?
I'm fantastic. What a great call. What a great word from Paul this morning, I tell you. I don't know if I can...
I know, right? Yeah, well, Paul always does, he always does the fancy footwork for us, man. So I like having him on. But you and Mike, you guys, got involved in this business. You began to build a great team there. Matter of fact, Paul's in your team, right?
Yes, he is, very much so. And I can't tell you what it's like to have somebody with all of his energy, with all his forthcoming. It's just been a great ride. But I have to share with you guys that Mike and I did our first vendor event maybe about 3 weeks ago, and it was fantastic. We had Paul come along, Sheila, Kiera, Robert. I mean, we had a nice little crew that showed up, and it was absolutely the best time of my life. We had about 10 or 15 vendors that were there. We bought a table and we set up shop. I like to first give tribute to my daughter, Kayla, who helped me make some posters that we ended up sitting on easels and sent them to Staples. And the people that came to our table were very interested in the presentation, how we had the pictures. We had showing the pills, why take pills opposed to spring. The energy that we received, it was really heartfelt, but it was so easy. I just have to tell people that team effort, the E for effort is to make an effort. Just make an effort. And it's so easy. Just to tell people your story, tell people what has happened to you, what our vitamins have done for us, for a family, for anyone. And it just seemed as though, Pastor Dare, people were just gravitating to our table. Tiara at one point stood up front, and I was just noticing people gravitating to her, and Paul, my husband, also. But again, I just want to say that it's easy for someone to put a flyer on our car, which they did, and my husband brought it home, and when we read the flyer, it said fashion show and a wellness expo, and that was a no-brainer. And I was just trying to pick in my mind, and I thought about what Denise Moore said. She said, just go out there, tell your testimony, and that's basically all you have to do. I didn't have to sell a thing. They came to us. And the information that we give, people want to be well. People want to feel good. And it's amazing the products that we have. I didn't have to sell a thing. It was amazing. All I did was tell my testimony, tell what the vitamins had done for me. Of course, my secret testimony about my mom, that really worked. In fact, one of the ladies that was there had MS. And when she left that day, she left with 4 bottles of our spray. So I'm just saying that I got out of my comfort zone, and it just ended up being a terrific day, meeting lots of people. Mike and I now have some other connections to go to some other expos that are going on in the city. But again, I just like to say that a lot of people might, sit back and you're not sure if you can do this or you're not sure if you can do that. All I did was I take the tools that Pastor Denise and Pastor Dale gave me. You do have to make an effort. It's your business. Why not? And all I have to say is that I met a lot of people. I met ladies selling cosmetics. I made ladies selling makeup, all kinds of things. You know, at one point I told my testimony to one lady, and I just have to say this. 3 days later, her mother called me excited about the vitamins, and I ended up having to drive to Gaithersburg, not far from me here, to deliver vitamins to her mother, who wasn't even at the expo, but her daughter was there, got the exposure from Tim, and her mother now said that, you know, she wanted to try these vitamins. And it's just a great thing, and I just had to, you know, share that with you guys, that, you know, team effort, it's called team effort for a reason. We have to make an effort. We have the tools. We have a products that are unbelievable, and it's a game changer. So, you know, again, what can I say? I'm in heaven. I've got people ordering. You know, I can't wait to go to the winery to hook up a table for in May. We have a local winery out here in Montgomery County that has all kinds of reggae festivals and jazz festivals throughout the spring and summer. And I'm, you know, trying to get in on that. And I just, you know, again, have to just say that, you know, this is a business. And, you know, I happen to own my own business, and I'm going to make sure it works. And if I do whatever my teachers tell me to do, they told me to get out there, expose, say the word, tell people what we have, and they will come, and they have come. So that's my testimony.
Well, Paul, you want to jump in there?
Yeah, I really would like to give special acknowledgement to the exemplary leadership demonstrated by Mike and Linda. They've always been there for their team. We know that they're there, they're visible, they have challenges, and they still get beyond their challenges to provide the support to our team and the example. And you need to see them in pink, Pastor Dale. I mean, Linda is pretty in pink. And Mike with his pink and gray. I mean, they led it for a shining example at that event. I mean, people really gravitated to our table. We had the energy. We created this energy, and the response was great. So I want to commend the effort and also give acknowledgement to the leadership that they exude and exemplify for our team. My compliments to you and Linda.
Thank you very much.
Well, I tell you, Linda, you guys, you know, Mike has a great testimony as well as you, and especially the testimony with your mom. You know, you guys come in and started using this product started working and started helping in ways that, you know, you hadn't been helped before. And you know, you start bringing in some great guys like Jerome and Renetta Tucker, who in turn brought in Paul, and the rest is history as that team has tremendously grown. But it speaks really volumes that you know, as you said, that you were in your comfort zone and really not doing much, you know, from a vending standpoint and things of that nature, and probably because you just kind of had your confidence level in your ability to do it, you know, probably was being impacted, you know. But the great thing about what you said today is that your team came together to help you. You know, the effort, as you said, team effort, network. You got to put the effort in. And when you have developed a team that says, "Hey, we'll come and help you," man, that just gives you a level of confidence, you know, that you hadn't had on your own.
Yeah.
And you know, just kind of speak to that before we wrap up. What type of confidence comes from a supportive team, and how does that get you out of your comfort zone?
Okay. Well, a lot of that, I can't say anything else but it comes from the team. I've worked with the public for 20 years, so I don't have a problem with speaking, but this is a different entity of life, and to have the backing that I knew that we were going to go into this project, something that I hadn't done before, but I could pick up the phone, or my husband could pick up the phone and call call Paul Jackson, and he could, I have to say this, he could drop what he's doing. It was his wife's birthday, and he didn't have to come. But he made an effort to come, along with his wife and the rest of our team, to come on this special day to help us out. And I'll never forget that. So like I said, you know, if there's anything I could ever do, then I know my team has my back. And again, you know, I have never been with a company, worked with the government for 20-something years, and they didn't have my back the way this team does after 1 year and 3 months. So I'm in it to win it. I'm in it for life, as long as, you know, I'm able to stand up and spray. But all I have to say is to those that are out here is the fact that our team, when it's called Team Effort Network, it's a team that surrounds you and helps you. And again, you know, my team had my back a couple weeks ago. They left us because they had some other things to do, but just the fact that they were there and they showed up, it meant a lot, and it'll always mean a lot. So, you know, that's what I have to say, that, you know, if you're in it, if you're in this thing for real, don't play with it, because you're playing with people's lives. And we've got a bunch of people that are just so smart and so energized and see the vision. It's a vision, and we see it, and we're going to get it, and we're going to keep it.
Well, I tell you, great for having you on the call today, Linda McLean, and appreciate all that you guys do to support the team. And it is a team effort. And let me tell you guys, you know, if you're not working with your team, you got to get busy working with your team. You can't be a Michael Jordan in this company where you're trying to work solo. Yeah, you can't do that. You have to work with a team. Our compensation plan revolves around team effort. It really does. And so when your team is engaged and you all are engaged, and just think about it, you know, nobody has everything, but all of us have a little something. Okay. And so, you know, that's the importance of understanding, you know, what we have in a team. In a team, we have everything we need. Okay. And there's people that are sharper in different areas who can help in different areas that, you know, I may be weak in, you know, and I can help in areas that they may be weak in. When we all come together, we're stronger. So thank you so much for sharing your testimony, Linda, and look forward to having you on the call again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to go over to the big pond, across the big pond to the UK, and see if Dr. Nita Poole is there with our quotes. Dr. Nita, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me okay, Dale?
Yes, ma'am.
No problems muting in and muting out today, so that was absolutely great. My goodness, Paul, you are such an eloquent, articulate speaker with such great humility, and you've got such a great team, basically, because you are great and therefore your team is great. You know, Linda, absolutely. And I can see all the work that you are all putting in, because believe it or not, I open up my back office, I can see all the work that you're doing. So, you know, you're not only a team full of integrity, Linda, Paul, you know, all the other people in your team, Maureen, who, you know, who brought some of you in as well. You're not only a team of great people, you're a team of great doers, because you're getting the results. And you're getting the results. People are following you. People are coming in because you lead the way, not only in what you're doing, but who you are. You know, people can tell very much what people are like. And when you lead the way full of integrity, you get people joining who are full of integrity. And then you'll have a true long-term residual income. So it's absolutely fantastic. And when you put that together with all these wonderful things that Mel and Amy are giving us, my goodness. I mean, that Tiffany jewelry, literally, you know, the Tiffany key ring for 1 star. Yeah, don't underestimate that, folks. You know, I know Tiffany. Tiffany's a big thing here in the UK. And I always remember my daughter, actually, it was a big thing. When she turned 18, she wanted just something from Tiffany, literally because it is such an incredibly precious gift. Now, obviously, we couldn't afford much, not from Tiffany's. It's, you know, a very expensive place. So we bought her something small, and in actual fact, we did it on the day of her confirmation at church, and we gave her that. And do you know, she not only keeps what it is very special, but she keeps the box. And the email that came out today, that Tiffany box, you just even show that box to somebody who knows about Tiffany, and they will understand. This is a big gift, folks. And then going up to an extra $25,000 for the Platinum Club, Platinum Star, Double Star. It's absolutely fantastic. So, it is all about teamwork, and you're all really, really demonstrating that teamwork, coming right from the top, from Mel and Amy, from the corporate staff, Robert Hicken, Dale and Denise, Memo, every single person that's in the team, everyone who speaks on this call. It's absolutely fantastic teamwork. And the sharing that's going on, absolutely great. So, we have something huge in our hands. Don't underestimate what you have in your hands, both in terms of product and opportunity. There's a lot of other companies out there. Some have, an okay product, but they don't have a great income plan. Some have, an okay pay plan, but not as good as ours, I can tell you that. But they don't really have a product that's in high demand, that's totally new, totally unique, with a long-term company, proven track record, and a company that has the capability to not only bring out what we already have, and it's already advanced in terms of technology and health, but it is so advanced, it's continuously working on the next thing. While we're all marketing what we have right now, and we've even had the new Trim by 10 come out in terms of release and the product soon to be delivered, the company will be working on the next thing. So, you will always have something great in your hands, and very few representatives can say that. So don't underestimate what you have. In fact, here on the news, in the radio, also don't underestimate. We've talked a lot about people who are overweight, and we have a lot of great products for the people who are overweight. There's also a lot of people out there who are underweight, and underweight, you are not nutritionally sound when you're underweight. In fact, some research came out today that there's a 30% increased likelihood of getting dementia if you're underweight in middle age. Some recent research that just came out. And that's basically because you haven't got the right nutrition to your nerves, to your brain, to your blood cells. And there are many disorders that underweight goes with. So, including anorexia, bulimia, cancer, many, many different disorders, and the elderly. So you've got something in your hands that can help them with their nutrition. 90% absorption rate, they can take it very easily. People who are underweight, often the elderly are not eating well, or they have a different disorder and they can't cook for themselves, or they're just lonely and they haven't got the motivation, or they can't shop. You've got something in your hands that can even help with that. So it's absolutely incredible. Also on the news today, for example, the weather is improving everywhere around the world. Here in the UK, it's a beautiful, warm, sunny day, the warmest day we've had for months and months and months. In fact, for the warmest day for over a year. It is absolutely great. However, the pollution is very high, because with the warmth, the smog, the low cloud, all the toxins in winter and all the rain at winter, you get warm weather, and suddenly the pollution is high. And that's very relevant to us as well, because people with respiratory disorders, heart disorders, many different types of disorders, they can't have increased pollution. They search for their inhalers. They'll take more steroids, more puffs on the inhalers. People with breathing problems, COPD, it'll get worse with pollution. You even have something in your hands to help that. Now, we don't claim to treat, cure, or prevent any particular disorders, but we know we've had testimonials of people improving. Yesterday's testimonial, with my aunt, Dale, for example, improving with 5 virtually fatal disorders, improving. And the strength of his voice, every day we hear you, Dale, it's getting stronger and stronger. So don't underestimate what you have. They say sickness comes on horseback, but departs on foot. That's a Dutch proverb by William Hazlitt. And basically it's saying to you, sickness comes quickly, but it usually takes a long time to go away. Well, Dale was sick, rushed into hospital suddenly, out of the blue. it strikes very quickly, and usually it takes so long to get better. And here we have Dale. He's only been out of hospital about a week, and he's hosting the calls and sounding so strong and doing more and obviously leading the way. So it's absolutely incredible. Muhammad Ali, the great, great boxer, he said, I know where I am going, and I know the truth, and I don't have to be what you want me to be. I'm free to be what I want. That's it, folks. You're free to be what you want, to have what you want, and to have the health that you want with the TEN sprays and the TEN opportunity and the Team Effort International divisions. Simone Weil said, I can, therefore I am. We are, folks. We are a global team. We're doing it. We're reaping the benefits health-wise and income-wise. It's up to us to share it. Share, share, share. Have a great weekend. Back to you, Dale.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nita. Appreciate it. Paul Jackson, final word?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to say Dr. Poole is the reason why I say you stay to the conclusion of the call. With her helpful insights, it's always a benefit. Thank you, Pastor Dale. We celebrate your return, but please moderate your efforts.
Well, thank you. Yes, sir. We're definitely doing that for sure. Appreciate everybody on the call this week. It's been an exciting call. Looking forward to having my partner, two-star Pastor Denise McDowell, back with us on Monday with our coach, Nikisha Bond. Have a good weekend, guys. Get out there and share this business, share this opportunity. Know that you're loved and greatly appreciated. This call is officially over. Bye-bye.